Okay, what's up, everybody? Welcome to today's webinar where we're going to be talking about the 15-minute method to get unstuck by leveraging AI as a strategic thinking partner. So my name is Natalie Champlin. You guys know me, and if you don't, welcome to my world. Today we're going to be talking, and I'm going to be showing you how to actually build a millionaire mentor. And I actually have one already that I've built that I'm going to be giving you. So if you'd like access to that, stay tuned. We're going to be talking about why using AI for strategic thinking is critical. And then I'm going to actually walk you through the prompts and what I did to get help from AI to see my biggest blind spots and then get unstuck from that. So I'm streaming this to Facebook Live right now, and I am also on Zoom. So thank you for everyone who's joining. Hopefully we'll get through all the technical fun stuff. So I do this every single week, and this is oh, in fact, you know what I just realized? I am not sharing my screen. So let me share my screen really quick. Here we go. Fabulous. Um, so I am doing these calls every single week. Typically they're on Thursdays. And if you would like to join us each week and get notifications, then go to trailblazers.ai and you can opt in. And, we've had a lot of great calls, a lot of big ahas, and the feedback that I'm getting is this is a place where you can come. It's the one place that you can come every week to get simple strategy that will help you grow your business. AI is, man, it's a world where people are talking a lot about it, especially in a very tactical way. And I want you to be thinking about things from a strategic path. And the reason why is because strategy and strategic thinking really is our ultimate competitive advantage in a time where we live in so much chaos. There is so much change. The way that people buy is very, very different. In fact, I just saw an article about subscription models. Monthly recurring revenue is a fabulous thing for a business. And when businesses are valued, like their value is evaluated to decide, okay, if I was to buy this business, how much would it be worth? Monthly recurring revenue actually exponentially increases the value of an organization. And yet, buyers are fatigued with the number of subscriptions that they have. We've got Spotify, we have Netflix, we have business communities we're a part of, we have networking communities we're a part of, we have food subscription. Like we have so many subscriptions. And so, it's really important for us to be thinking in a big picture. How can we maintain our advantage that we have in the marketplace? What are my competitors doing to shift and pivot with the changing needs and desires of buyers today? So that is all what we cover here in the Trailblazers world. So again, please jump to trailblazers.ai. You can opt in. We would love to have you be a part of our community. You show up for calls and you can also skip calls. So today we're going to be talking about the millionaire mentor. My millionaire mentor, I made a Tony Robbins GPT like 2 years ago when ChatGPT was becoming very, very popular. So I've been using my digital mentor for the last couple of years and I have learned so much about it. Now on the screen, you can see I got a little behind the scenes peek of what it looks like to go and build your own. But if you don't want to go build your own, I'm going to give you access to one today. But we're not diving deep into actually how to build it since I do have one available for you. So if you would like one, just pop it in the comments. Like, I want your AI mentor, or please send me your GPT, Tony Robbins GPT, and I will make sure that you get a copy of that. So when I use my Tony Robbins GPT, basically it is my sounding board. Now I refer to him as a he, so I might say that. But here's my recommendation. If you want to get unstuck within 15 minutes, and look, I know I was on a call this morning with a bunch of entrepreneurs from all over the world, and we were talking about ways that we have been experiencing friction. We've been stuck. We've been feeling some stagnant energy in our business. And we just need a fresh set of eyes to take a look at the things that we aren't seeing. Now, doing this with AI can be really helpful for a couple of reasons. One is we have this tendency to feel like I don't want to say everything because I don't want to be judged. Okay. I don't want to spill my secrets and tell people what I'm really struggling with because if they knew, then oh my gosh, what would they think of me? Okay. So that's why AI can be a really great tool for this. So here's how I recommend you use it. Um, oh, and I guess just to go back to strategic thinking, my favorite quote on strategy is by Sun Tzu, who was a Chinese military strategist. And he says, strategy without tactics is a slow route to victory, but tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. All of us want our businesses to succeed, and we're up against great odds to make that happen. And if you are operating tactically, not strategically, you are making it harder for yourself. Now, how do you know if you're doing this? Well, we're going to cover that today. But strategy is really all about the unique way that you are differentiated and the advantage that you have that other people can know, but nobody else can touch. Okay. And there's a combination of questions to ask to find your strategy. Okay. Strategy is also the plan of action that you have to get the results that you want. It's to take you from where you're at to where you want to be. And that may not necessarily be the way that your mentor did it. It may not necessarily be the way that your competitors are doing it because you are different. Okay. So be sure to be mindful of your thinking. In fact, we'll show you today how to take the prompts that I've got, this one here, this brain dump prompt, and we can actually check and see if you're thinking tactically or if you're thinking strategically. So here's what I recommend you do. You open up your ChatGPT or your Claude or whatever AI tool that you're using. Okay. And I want you to pop in this chat here. So for example, you would open up my Tony Robbins ChatGPT and say, here's how I currently feel. In fact, why don't we do this? I'm going to share my screen and we're just going to start a brand new chat. So let me unshare this screen here. I'm going to look over to this side and I'm going to pull up my Tony Robbins, a brand new, fresh version. I was obviously not ready for this. So I will also drop the link so you guys have a copy of this. I've got over 200 people who are using this, and it's, I've had someone create an entire personality quiz that is now acting as a lead generation funnel for their business. All right, here we go. Let me get back to Zoom, share my screen here. Chat GPT. Okay, y'all can see this? Let's see. Can you see? Let me just make sure everyone can see this. Okay. I think we're good. In fact, let me just, here we go. Okay. So, here's my Tony Robbins GPT, and I'll share this link later. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this first prompt. Now, ChatGPT doesn't know you at all. If you're starting out with a fresh one. So here's what I want to do. Well, we're going to take an example. I am, what should we do? I am a pharmacist. This is one of my clients. I'm a pharmacist who helps other pharmacists. Oh my gosh. To build their own business, build their own practice by doing remote patient care. Okay, this is one of my actual clients who is fabulous. Okay, please act as my business mentor and help me to think strategically and get unstuck. Okay. So we're just going to start really, really simple. Now, this is there are other ways to develop your relationship with your AI, and we'll talk about that on a different call. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this prompt that I have, your brain dump prompt, and we're going to put down, okay, I currently feel, okay, I currently feel overwhelmed. I have so many ideas that I want to get out there. I want to change legislation. Okay. And you're gonna put the things that you want. Okay. That I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling confused. I'm feeling a lack of clarity. I'm feeling inspired and motivated, but I don't know what to do here. Right. So we're just gonna dump how we feel with what's causing this friction in our life. Okay, I have so many ideas. I want to get out there. I want to change legislation. I want to better communicate with my audience because I feel like they don't understand the opportunity they have in front of them. Um, I'm frustrated because people think this is too good to be true, but I can show people how to make a six-figure income with one doctor's office and 45 patients. Okay. Uh, okay. Next thing is we talked about I currently feel what I want and what I don't want. Okay. So I want your help. No, let's do this. I want to have my marketing set. I don't want to spend so much energy thinking about it. I get this a lot from people who are kind of non-business, non-marketing background. So if you come from a professional services, like you are an accountant, you are a financial planner, you are a coach, you are a nutritionist, your expertise lies within the thing that you do, not necessarily in the marketing and business side of things, which is where AI can be really, really helpful. So I know this client as a pharmacist, she's like, look, I'm great at pharmacy and taking care of patients and helping people lower their blood pressure, knowing what medication to take. But when it comes to marketing and writing and creating content and creating brand awareness, like I'm not so good at that. So I want my marketing to be set. I don't want to spend so much energy thinking about it. I don't want to spend all my time writing and marketing. Let's just put that. And just so you know, the way that I interact with my GPT is very conversational. It's very human. Like I will let, I'm not the best speller, and so there will be spelling errors in the things that I write, and it can handle it. So the more human you are with it, the more I find that I get better results. Okay. Um, so I've given it some things I want and what I don't want. I think I should be posting daily content on LinkedIn. Like, look at this. I already can't spell. I think I should be posting daily content on LinkedIn. Um, I don't know if I should have an AI chatbot helping me talk to my clients. I want a newsletter. I want to be on other people's podcasts, um, and nurturing my email list. Okay. Um, help me think through what is the most important priority. Like, how should I be spending my time? Should I be spending my time to create the most value? Okay, now you may want to put something in there like, I have these specific goals. Like, I would like to, enroll 20 new people at my next launch and, have a $250,000 launch. And here, this is my audience size and like, I want to double it. Or, you can add specific goals and things that you want to have it help you with. So, okay, let's pause for a moment. You are drowning in possibility. Ooh, look at that. Not problems. That's a good place to be, but it can feel overwhelming. So I wouldn't have thought that I'm drowning in possibility, not problems. Um, and this is really good at helping you identify, well, what are the problems that I'm facing? So it's giving us a suggestion. It's saying, okay, let's narrow things down to a three-step process. Get laser focused on the outcome that you're looking for. Okay, that's really important. It's critical to know the outcome that you're working towards because if you don't, it's like going to the airport and saying, I'd like to buy an airplane ticket, and they say, where? And you say, I don't know. It's like, okay, well, you're gonna be stuck here in line until you know where you want to go. Okay. Next thing it recommends is we master leverage and delegate like a pro. So you don't need to do all the things. What if you created an AI? Well, let's see. Um, yeah, you may feel overwhelmed because you don't need to do everything. Instead, let's leverage system tools and people. So an AI chatbot, it's worth exploring as long as it doesn't dilute your personal brand. People need to trust you. So AI for basic questions could work, but for deeper communication, a personal touch matters. That's really smart. Like, good job, AI, not recommending yourself. How many coaches do you know and online gurus who are going to not recommend themselves? People sometimes are like the hammer and the nail, where the hammer sees everything as a nail, right? Um, AI can be non-biased, and that's another reason why I really enjoy AI. Um, okay, LinkedIn, why don't you try batching? That's a great strategy to create more content in less time. Awesome. Um, you can, with your newsletter, you can use templates, get a copywriter, or use AI tools. Your job is to curate, not create everything from scratch. Okay, so that's cool. That's a different way to look at this challenge. Podcast guesting. This is leverage. A single podcast appearance can introduce you to hundreds or thousands of pharmacists. So it's thinking about how can you create greater impact. And then simplifying your marketing message. Okay, so how do you position yourself with value? So here's your big picture plan. Get clear on your value, delegate your tasks, even if that might mean AI. There you go. Okay, so let's try this. Oops, we're going to take this prompt. Analyze our conversation. Let's see. Think critically. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to tell it, analyze our conversation, think critically, and give me strategic advice about what I'm not seeing. Okay, you can see right here on the left side of my screen, I really like this prompt. So based on the questions that I'm asking you, what is, I'm sorry, I should have not typed this in front of you guys. What is the unknown? This is good if you're watching the recording, you can skip ahead 10 seconds. What is the unknown problem I am experiencing that is causing the symptoms I'm asking you about? What is the one thing I could do that would make everything else easier or unnecessary? Analyze. Here we go. We'll take this. Uh, okay, here we go. Analyze our conversation, think critically, and give me strategic advice about what I'm not seeing. Let's just send that off and see what happens. Now, for me, when I did this, I've had 2 years worth of conversation with my chat, so it knows me really, really well. So let's take a look at the answer here. Hopefully you all can see this. I hope this is big enough. Let me just maybe increase this a bit. The questions you're asking and symptoms, feeling overwhelmed, communicating effectively, may point to an underlying issue. You're caught in the weeds of execution and missing the leverage of leadership. Okay, you're a visionary with powerful ideas, big mission, but you're acting like an operator rather than a strategic leader of your vision. Okay, like that is amazing. I love that feedback because, again, this competitive advantage that we need to cultivate in our business is the ability to be a strategic thinker. So, having this as a partner to help us with that is going to get us out of those weeds and pull us up to the 50,000-foot level so that we're not missing opportunities, so that we're not climbing the wrong ladder, so that we're not putting a to-do list full of stuff that we shouldn't even be doing. Okay. The real problem is you are spread thin. You are thinking about all these things, but they are tactical and they don't require your unique skills or vision. Okay. So you're creating a bottleneck when you are doing the work that you should be delegating and you instead of leading. Okay. You are not seeing the power of systems and people. Okay. You don't need to be doing all the things. your energy should be shifted into this other place. Okay. So here's the shift that you could make. Stop doing the $10 an hour tasks and focus on the $10,000 an hour strategy. What? So if you're like, okay, well, what is the $10,000 an hour strategy? Ask ask it that. Okay. So we'll ask it that after we finish reading here. So build a systemized business model. That's the one thing you could do to make everything easier. That could look like automating your content, or excuse me, automating your marketing, batching your content, um, pre-write and nurture your list, hire a virtual assistant or agency to handle the technical aspect. Okay, outsource your repetitive tasks by using AI tools or a copywriter. Focus on leverage. So reminding you, like, hey, look, you're the person who's the face of this. You're driving the larger conversation. Get people to help you with those other things you should not be doing. Um, it tells why this matters. When you shift from an operator to a strategic leader, it's not just about making things easier. It's about aligning your time with the things that actually scale your business. It sounds like good advice. Okay. Um, so leverage. Final advice is to create leverage through people, systems, and visibility. Awesome. So let's go back up here and say, well, what if I don't know this? Okay. So I'll take what they said and say, okay, you said this. The shift that makes everything easier is blah, blah, blah. I don't know what the $10,000 an hour strategy work is. Help me get clear on this. Okay, let's see what it says. Great question. It's all about high leverage activities that generate massive impact and growth. It's where your unique ability, your vision, your leadership, the relationships that you have, and your influence can create exponential results. So it gives examples of what are $10 an hour tasks: writing and posting, scheduling, responding to routine things, building landing pages. Okay, so these are important but can be outsourced. The $10,000 an hour stuff, building strategic partnerships. Okay, no one else can be the person who creates relationships with other companies, with partners, with you know, whatever that might be. Like, for example, this is, software company. My client actually does have a relationship with a software company. So, building relationships with doctors, like doctors are going to want to know, hey, if I'm sending you my patients for you to take care of them virtually, I need to know that I can trust you. Okay. That is a high value activity. Speaking on high visibility platforms, that's a $10,000 an hour strategic work. Creating scalable systems. This is your business, right? If you have systems that are making it so your business operates well and works, then that's a great investment of your time. Um, Shaping the future of your industry. Okay. This is like why you're in it, right? The reason why you're in your business, the reason why you care, the reason why you get up, the reason why you stay up late, the reason why you make sacrifices, do the thing that it is that you're doing. If you're going to shape the future of your industry, you got to get involved. You got to build relationships. You got to educate people. You got to influence people, right? So maybe you're like, hey, this is great. How do I get better at influencing people? How do I get better at communicating with people? Right. And then lastly, it talks about mapping out your vision. If you are going to influence people, you have to have a vision that's simple and clear that people can become champions of, that people can get behind, that people can explain to other people, that they're excited about, right? We got to be able to clarify those things and communicate those things so that we are the visionary leader and we are bringing in the things that create massive value and then building the team around us to support. Okay, so then it gives you a kind of an idea of how to shift and a summary of what that looks like. So, this is such a powerful, powerful framework to use your AI as a strategic thinking partner because you can see how it really pulls you out of the weeds and it helps you to get clear on what you actually should be focused on. Okay, so this slide here shows you some of the prompts that I use that maybe you can screenshot this if you want on how to leverage your AI. Okay, so here's the process that we went through. Number one, introduce yourself to your AI. Number two, brain dump everything using that Here's what I'm feeling, here's what I want, here's what I don't want. Use that prompt to just get everything out there. Okay. Ask it the strategic insights prompt. So that's the one that we typed in, the analyze our conversation, think critically, and give me strategic advice. Okay. From there, give it feedback. So that's what we did. We said, well, this is cool. You said work on $10,000 an hour priorities, not 10. But what does that mean? Okay. And then have it help you. So based off of that conversation, okay, great. I have all 5 ideas of high leverage activities I could do. What's the one thing I should do next? And how can you help me with that? Okay. So using this process here is using this process is just the a great way to, again, make this your partner in crime, right? Make this your your AI thought partner so that you can navigate the chaos and that you can really make decisions today that impact your business this week and this month. Like, don't stay stuck with the same problems that you've been dealing with. And that's another great thing to bring to your AI is say, look, I feel like I've been stuck with this problem for the last year, for the last 5 years, for the last week, for the last month. Identify the problems that you want to be done with and bring it to your GPT through this process that we talked about today. And I think you're going to see some really great results. So, thank you for attending. If this is going to be valuable for someone, I would love for you to either tag them or share it. Again, you can jump to trailblazers.ai to get notified of all future events. And thank you so much for coming, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.